Hello again, it's your internet dad sharing life lessons that I offered my own sons in the hope that they'll help you. These videos go out twice a week on a whole raft of different subjects, and I hope if you like them that you'll click on the subscribe button or forward links to your friends that may be able to help them. Today's talk is on how to run a meeting. This is a very useful skill. You can find it at high school level, church group, college society, or later on in business. You've heard the stories, and many of them are sadly true. People shouting, bruised egos, disorganization, running long over time, and actually coming to no conclusion whatsoever. You can avoid that by following a few simple rules. Rule number one, you've got to establish who's in the chair. If you called that the meeting, that's you. Secondly, long before the meeting, put together an agenda of what you're going to discuss and who's going to be responsible for certain factors in the agenda. Thirdly, send the participants the minutes from the previous meeting if this is one of a series. Obviously, it's the very first one that won't apply. And very firmly ahead of time, establish the duration of the meeting and don't go over time. Those are the things you've got to do ahead of time. Now you've arrived at the meeting itself, everybody's assembled, somebody ought to be secretary. My suggestion strongly is that you do that job yourself. It's a position of power. You will find that all the participants will be talking to you because they know that you'll be recording the minutes of the meeting for distribution later. Secondly, you'll be very impressed by how chastened people are when they realize that you've done a very good job of reporting the last meeting. They'll stop with their grandiose plans, their boasting, their promises of aid that may not happen. It will sober them up, but you've got to be accurate. When you are doing the job of chairman, make sure that everyone has a chance to speak, not just on their subjects, but also on the other subjects that come up during the course of the meeting. If there's someone who is very talkative endlessly, you've got to reel them in. That's your job as chairman. Secondly, if there are people who are quiet, they have their contribution to make. Make sure you draw them out. If somebody launches into a long dissertation about a subject which is valid, but it's going to eat into your time, as chair, just make the suggestion that they put it all in a memo. It'll be very interesting for us all. Send it around and we'll discuss it at the next meeting. Finally, there is an item called Other Business. It's on every agenda that's well organized, and that's what you use to police the agenda. If someone goes off at a tangent, introduces a different subject during a discussion, just remind them that in the agenda there's other issues, and there will be an opportunity for them to bring it up later. And that'll be an important part in keeping to your time allotment. Finally, establish the date, time, and place of your next meeting and get everyone's agreement. Later on, you can write up those minutes and send them out to everyone for correction. It may be that there are certain items you misunderstood. Give them the chance to correct it. If they don't correct it, that becomes the official summary of the meeting. Finally, when you get all the corrections back, do write up the final version of the minutes and send it out. Finally, ahead of the next meeting, send them the copy of the minutes that you've just written up in case people have lost them, together with that new agenda. You'll start operating a machine, people will respect you for it, things will be done, actions will be taken, and you'll become a very popular and reliable runner of meetings. Finally, if there's someone else in this dilemma, don't forget to share the link with them. So, have a series of great meetings. It'll help your career. Till next time.